So my peoples have been getting clapped back from the Hebrew Israelite camps on this video right here. I just clipped it and watch it, and I'll be back to substantiate exactly what I've said. So what these Hebrew Israelites ain't gonna tell you is get a concordance and look at the word nations, plural. Look at the word heathen. Look at the word Gentiles. They're not gonna encourage you to do so. Instead, when you see the Gentile in a favorable light, like Cornelius, who is an actual natural-born Gentiles, in their minds, because they have hijacked the word, disassociate the original intent of these words from. So watch this now, my peoples. We're in Mark chapter 11, verse 15. This is Yeshua in the temple, whipping them boys out of the temple for doing foolishness in the temple. And watch verse 17. And he taught, saying unto them, it is written. Now keep in mind, it is written. So Yeshua is quoting from a text. My house shall be called of all nations. That's the word that we're looking at. All nations, the house of prayer. So Yeshua is quoting from a book. Before we even go to that text, let's look at the Strong Concordance on the term nation in context. 1484, ethnos in Greek. Strong Concordance. What's the definition for nations, plural nation? A race, a nation, people, the nations as distinct from Israel. Right? The usage of the word in that context. A race, people, nation, the nations, heathen world, Gentile. So what Yeshua was actually saying, that this house shall be called the house of prayer of all nations, all heathens, all Gentile, every nation, whether you Jew, Gentile, this house was set up as such. But let's go over to where Yeshua was quoting Isaiah 56, verses 6. Also the sons of strangers. These strangers are exactly what it says. Sons of strangers. Now let's define that word. That join themselves. You see, join themselves. Sometimes words have meaning alone when you read it. But we'll show you that these sons of strangers here are heathens. Let's keep reading. That join themselves unto the Lord to serve him and to love the name of the Lord, to be his servant. Let's drop down verse 7. Their burnt offering and their sacrifices shall be acceptable unto my altar, for mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people. Right? Now let's get the Hebrew word for that stranger in context here. Strong's once again, 5236. Nakar, 5236. Watch it now. Nakar, foreign, a foreigner, heathendom, alien, stranger, etc., etc. Now, when you pay close attention, it gives you Isaiah 56, verse 3. Neither let the sons of stranger that has joint say to the son of stranger has joint to. So in context, once more, in the Greek, other nation. Over here in the Hebrew, Isaiah 56, other nations. This is not Hebrew Israelite. But wait, we've got more. 1 King chapter 8. This is where Solomon, King Solomon, built the temple, prayed for all Israel, wherever they are, when they look to the house of the Lord and pray to the house of the Lord, or the specific, when they come to the house of the Lord and pray, hear them. Now, verse 41 is explicitly, to the house of the strangers. Moreover, concerning a stranger that is not of the people Israel, but cometh out of a far country for thy name's sake. Imagine, Queen Sheba heard of Solomon's wisdom and left Ethiopia to visit Solomon, how much more the Almighty God and his temple other nations will hear of his stretched out arm. Verse 43, hear thou from heaven thy dwelling place, and do according to all that the Nekar, the stranger, called to thee, for all people of the earth, not some, all inclusive of the people of the earth, right? May know thy name, to fear thee, as do the children of Israel. Two different people group here, my peoples. And that they may know that, here's the thing, this house, this is the purpose for the house, this house which I have built is called by your name, right? How about Ezra chapter 5, 69? What happened? Here we are. The people has been exiled, coming back into the land, rebuilding the temple. And this what the other nation have said to them, the people of Israel. 69. For we obey your Lord just as you do, and we have been sacrificing to him since the day of king of the Assyrians, who brought us here. See, the other nation was sacrificing in God's temple, kind of like in the wilderness where the tabernacle was up, and Israel made blood sacrifices for their sins, right? As well as the sojourners, the mixed multitude. Leviticus chapter 17. So it is here. You find where strangers are sacrificing unto the Most High God. Here's another one from Josephus. Antiquity of the Jew, book 11, chapter 4, verse 3. It's a long passage, but here it is. Let's get it for you real quick. Once again, it's tracking the Jews coming back into the fold. And what was said, as was indeed lawful for them to come and to worship there if they please, and that they, I can't see, and that they could allow them nothing but that is common with them, which was common to all other men, to come to their temple and worship God there. In other words, the strangers wanted to rebuild the temple with the children of Israel. And guess what happened? The children of Israel forbid them. But there was a law that they could have come and worship in the temple right along. As we know, sacrifices was done. As in the wilderness, so it is here in Solomon's days. So again, everything that was said in regards to the other nations in a favorable light, the Hebrew Israelite reject that because it goes against their narrative.